Is it difficult to find secret vehicles in GTA 5? Is it difficult to get them? As the most important open world game of the last 10 years, I believe GTA 5 has had the obligation from the beginning to hide secret cars or vehicles within it, waiting for someone to find them through search and effort. So I've ranked the 8 hardest to find vehicles in GTA 5 in a top list, and that's exactly what we're going to see here. I'm Skynex, and welcome to this new video about Grand Theft Auto 5 Story Mode. The rankings in this top are based on the difficulty of obtaining them and not on whether they can do the car trick or not, as many of you have requested. So let's get to it. In 8th place, we have the Stanley Fieldmaster, a vehicle that with a name like that sounds like a planet conqueror, but is actually the tractor responsible for flattening the beach sand. It's quite a rare vehicle to find, and sometimes you can see it driving around the sand with a rake attached to the back. I know what you're thinking, and no, it can't shred people. I've tried, and it doesn't seem suitable for doing the car trick either, but well, it's fun to drive for a while. One thing I want to highlight about this vehicle is that many people claim it appears randomly along the beach, but those who live near the sea and are watching this video will know that these vehicles are usually deployed around 5 or 6 in the morning, so if you go looking for it at that time, you can be sure you'll find it. In 7th place, we find a mission vehicle that you've probably been looking for to fulfill Michael's dream of becoming a cop. I'm talking about the traffic cop bike. It appears in the mission called I Fought the Law, specifically during the part where you have to chase down racers to repossess their cars. If you want to get it during free mode, it's not very difficult but will require some patience because sometimes it spawns right in front of you and other times you'll have to travel across the map, as was my case. Remember, since they're traffic cops, they're often hidden to catch speeders, making them harder to find. I managed to get one by driving on the highway and occasionally firing my weapon to attract police attention. After a while of killing innocent ants on the road, an officer noticed me and I simply went up to him to steal his bike. I then lost the cops and that was it. Now you can climb trees and enjoy the view without anyone stopping you. In 6th place is a vehicle that personally I've never seen piloted by an NPC. I'm talking about the ambulance helicopter. It's exactly the same model as the police helicopter but with different letters and color. You can find it at helipads and hospital rooftops. The problem is that 95 out of 100 times you try to get it, you'll end up empty-handed. Seriously, it's absurd how difficult it is to obtain one of these, which is disappointing because they are very fragile to even the smallest shot or hit, whereas when the police are using them, it feels like you need at least 3.14 million bullets to make a dent. In recent years, it's been reported that they spawn less and less frequently, which is weird as hell. In 5th place, we have the Dog Tug or Dog Tag or whatever. It's an industrial vehicle mainly used to transport small cargo from one spot in the port to another. It only has one seat and is extremely difficult to find since it only spawns in this one spot on the map and only when it feels like it. It's seriously hard to find. Drive around as much as you want, but if it doesn't want to appear, then it just won't. For some reason, even though it can hook up trailers, it struggles a lot with stability and the trailer detaches quite easily. Still, I think it's by far the most suitable vehicle in this top for doing the car trick. In 4th place, we find a secret car shrouded in darkness and mystery, almost entirely unique in the game, and apart from appearing in a side mission with Trevor, you can only find it in one specific place at one specific time. Around 7 in the evening, at one of the cliffs in Raton Canyon, you can witness a random event that happens every day, a reference to Thelma and Louise, a movie in which the two protagonists commit suicide by driving off a cliff. I think I know what you're thinking, and yes, you're right, we're going to get that car. This specific one has a couple of guitars and a Mexican flag inside that will remain even if you customize the car. Shout out to Mexico, by the way. To get it, you'll need to reach one of the mountains near the event and approach carefully so that the game doesn't detect you and trigger the event. At this point, you'll need to shoot the driver and run, hoping the vehicle doesn't disappear. I had the wonderful luck of watching it fall off the cliff, so I had to go down and get it. Good as new. I love the adrenaline and speed, but don't worry, you can fix it at any garage and keep it because it's not good for much else. In 3rd place, we have the Skylift, better known as GTA 5's Lost Helicopter. It only appears in a single setup mission throughout the game and then disappears, never to be seen again. In fact, it's such a rare vehicle that players figured out a way to get it after the mission, and Rockstar didn't hesitate to patch it immediately. That says a lot. It's a large helicopter with an electromagnet underneath that allows it to lift heavy objects during the mission. Unfortunately, the electromagnet doesn't work in free mode, so the only thing it's useful for is scaring bus drivers and shredding birds. A shame, because it could have been the ultimate cargo bob. Rockstar always making us so happy. In 2nd place is an old friend, the Space Docker, or the $1,000 buggy with LEDs and weird sounds. Dreams. It's an off-road vehicle that you get after collecting all 50 spaceship parts and talking to Omega. It's a reward for completing this collection, and it's quite difficult to obtain because of the amount of work involved. With this vehicle, you can explore the darkest, most mysterious corners of the desert, searching for alien activity or trying to decipher what the hell my doctor wrote on my prescription. Seriously, I need to know. It's urgent. I don't think I need to state the obvious. It's a completely unique vehicle that won't spawn anywhere else. Owning it says a lot about you and how you spend your free time. Finally, in first place, we find the tractor. Seriously, I'm not joking. The tractor. But not just any tractor, you can find those everywhere. I'm talking about the tractor. It's a unique vehicle that you can only get by completing all of the Epsilon missions. That's why it's by far the hardest to get secret vehicle. It's slightly different from the regular tractor, noticeable around the central axle, and it has a license plate that says Epsilon, just in case it wasn't clear enough that it's from a crappy organization. Despite these small aesthetic changes, the vehicle's speed is exactly the same, meaning 0. But don't worry, because the moment nobody asked for but everyone was waiting for is here. How would a race between all the land vehicles in this list go? 3, 2, 1, and well, I think it's pretty obvious right from the start who's going to win. The police bike takes the Grand Prix of Los Santos, leaving me no choice but to ask, which of these vehicles do you like the most? If any of them caught your attention, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe if you haven't already. See you in the next video.